I'm really sorry. I'm having some problems. Anybody who's there, I'll get you into the pose. So you're in child's pose. So just come up. We're going to move into tadpole. So then just separate the knees so that you're feeling a stretch on the inside thigh. So what we're going to do here is we'll have the stretch here, but more importantly, because we're focusing on the core, we're going to do a couple of things with the back. So then just fold forward. So you can just fold forward with your head on the floor, or you can fold forward with your elbows on the floor. So we're just looking for a stretch here. Or you can have the arms out. You choose. And we're just going to stay here for about 3 minutes. And if you feel that the stretch is too much on the inside thighs, then just bring the knees a bit closer. If you want more, then separate them. Notice how your breath is now. See if it started to slow down. You can rest your head on your forearms if that works as well. Just close your eyes and just relax. Bring your attention to where you feel the stretch. Is this the right amount for you? Are you okay to stay in this for another 1.5 minutes? Allow your body to be heavy, allow your head to be heavy. About another 30 seconds. So if you feel like you'd like a bit more stretch, then just open the knees a little bit. But if you're okay where you are, then just stay. And we're going to be moving directly from tadpole into frog, like evolution. So for this, just bring, so the feet are more together at the moment, separate the feet to whatever point is comfortable for you. If that's just a little bit, then just do it a little bit, or if you want to do it more, then do it more. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go up on the hands and knees, and then we're going to move the pelvis forward. Again, it doesn't need to be where I am. It might be further forward for you. It might be further back. Go to the point where you're starting to feel some sensation in the groin area. And what we're going to focus on here is actually an arch in the upper back. So go onto your elbows and walk the elbows wherever is okay for you. So what we'll be feeling here, hopefully, is a stretch in the thighs, in the inner line of the thighs. But what I also want is a bit of an arch in the upper back. So you might want to move the elbows forward for more of an arch, or back for less of an arch. And remember, you can also play with the pelvis, going a bit further forward if that's better, or a bit further back. For me, it's fairly far back, where I can feel a mild to moderate stretch on the inside thighs and a compression in the back, in the upper back. And again, we'll stay here for around 3 minutes. If it's too much, then walk the elbows back a bit, or perhaps bring the knees together, or perhaps bring the feet a bit closer together as well. It needs to be somewhere where you can stay for around 2.5 minutes now, but that you feel your body being stimulated, but there's no pain anywhere. You don't want to be using muscular effort. You want to be using as little effort as possible, yet still feel the stretch in the legs and hopefully the compression in the back, to a degree at least. Relax the shoulders, relax the back. And if after a while you feel that the sensations change, so if you feel like they perhaps get too much, too intense, or that you lose the stimulation, you lose the stretch, then do adjust. So for me, actually, it's getting a bit too much on the inside thigh, so I'm going to bring the knees together. Because gravity's been bringing me down further and further. That's better. So the stretch is intensified. So we'll just be here for another 20 seconds or so. And then we're going to go directly into the next pose as well, which is called bullfrog. So the target areas for this, so in this frog, we're compressing the upper back. There's an arch in the upper spine. In bullfrog, we're going to be going for the lower spine. So you can keep the legs the same, or you can adjust them slightly. And we're going to walk forward, bring the hips down. I'm just going to go back a bit so you can see. Bring the hips down, so we're onto the elbows. Yeah, so you may very well, like it may naturally happen actually, the feet may come out as you perhaps saw with mine there. That's fine. So we're on the elbows, so we've got that compression, that arch in the lower back. Now if it doesn't really feel right in the legs or in the pelvis, then by all means bring the legs a bit closer together. You can have the legs straight if you want to, or you can have them a bit more like as they were in frog. If it's not feeling good in the lower back, you can always go down a bit onto the elbows, so there's not quite so much compression. Or if you're feeling like a stabbing sensation in the lower back, perhaps at that point you might want to bring the legs closer together, maybe even completely closer together so that we're in Sphinx. We've still got that compression in the lower back. If you want more arch in the lower spine, go up on something like the block or the book. Trying to remember how my legs were. And then again, we'll stay for about 3 minutes. Close your eyes. See how this feels. Physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, everything. It's okay if the shoulders kind of shrug up to the ears in Yin Yoga. We're not trying to keep the shoulder blades together because we're not actively using the muscles here. So we are trying to strengthen the tissues of the back, but the connective tissues of the back, and they respond much better to long-held, still poses. And if your attention gets taken, thoughts, feelings, sounds, just come back to the feelings in the body. Scan the body, see where you can feel the sensations the strongest. Is it the back? Is it the legs? Is it somewhere else? Investigate that feeling. Is it completely in the center? Is it more to the right? Is it more to the left? Is it stronger in any one point? How does it feel? Is it warm? Is it tingling? Does it change with time? Investigating the bodily sensations, investigating your experience. Not just letting it go by unnoticed, as we so often do with so many things. Practicing, taking note, noticing your life, noticing your experience. So we'll be in this for another minute or so. And if you find like you would like more sensation in the back, then either go up on a prop or go up higher on a prop. So for example, maybe take 2 blocks instead of 1. Or if it's too much, then also adjust there. Take a prop away if you need to. Perhaps bring the legs closer together. Maybe go down, just fold forward on the, just go down on the elbows, or even if that's too high, down on the forearms. And then we're going to move into Shavasana, but for this Shavasana we're going to do it as we do sometimes on our fronts. So just bring the legs in closer together. You could move onto your back if you like, but I'm going to do it on my front. Bend the elbows. And then just rest the head either on the floor or on the hands. And you can just stretch out if you want to, just making a kind of starfish. Just relax, just relax. And I'm going to now leave you in Shavasana. Apologies to anybody, to everybody for losing you in the middle. I hope that you've come back enjoy your Shavasana. And please do join me for my Yin Yoga Friday, 5:30. And yeah, that's all, folks. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.